Are you facing foreclosure? Well, listen carefully because in this brief but powerful video, you'll learn how you're not alone, and how almost 1 million Americans have successfully avoided foreclosure. You'll learn how to qualify for Maryland state and federal foreclosure prevention programs, and how foreclosure can trigger a massive tax bill from the IRS if you're not careful. You'll also learn how foreclosure can be absolutely prevented if you take massive action right now. You'll learn how you can get all of the help you need, literally, for no money out of your pocket. And I guarantee all of this in this short video. So right now, listen, I want you to stop. Stop everything you're doing and just listen. These next few minutes will literally change the course you are on, but only if you listen carefully and if you agree to take action. Well, I'm Craig Fior. I'm born and raised in Baltimore, and I've lived here all my life. Over the past 10 years, I've helped hundreds, if not thousands, of distressed Maryland homeowners, and I can help you. I personally know how you feel because I've been in your position after selling a business in 1998. And if you'll allow me, I want to give you a quick story. In 1995, I bought a thriving bar business in Baltimore City with my brother. We knew nothing about the bar business, but from the moment we took over, the place was a massive success. We were well on our way to springboarding this concept into multiple locations, but at about 6 months in, the cracks started to form with my relationship with my brother, and I soon realized that his drinking and partying was totally out of control. By early '98, I couldn't take it anymore. My brother and I fought constantly. In between the partying and the hangovers, he'd show up just long enough to argue with me about every detail of the business. So down and dejected, I was forced to sell my half of the business to my brother, and the amount I earned from the sale was paltry. I was left with very little money to pay my bills, and I struggled every day to stay positive. But it was clear to everyone around me that I was in a deep depression. It was like everything that I had loved was lost. So just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, the doorbell rang one day. When I opened the door, I was greeted by a huge guy in a dirty t-shirt, and I noticed a tow truck was in my driveway. The guy says, "I'm here to take the car. Is there anything inside you want before I take it?" Well, at my lowest point ever, I get in the car pretending to get some personal items, but instead, I started it up and I sped across my front lawn. I almost hit the guy as I jumped the curb and raced down the street. Well, needless to say, the repo man found the car a few days later and it was taken. Just 2 weeks later, the doorbell rang again. But this time, it was the mailman carrying a certified letter from my bank stating that my house was scheduled to be auctioned in less than 6 weeks. This was the darkest time of my life, and I couldn't see a way out. Well, maybe you're watching this video right now and you feel the same way. I believe that no one should ever have to feel such despair. And back in that time, I lay awake at night thinking about how I could save my car and my house and about how I could fight back. I knew I was in the fight for my life, so I decided at that moment to learn all that I could about the foreclosure process in Maryland. And I vowed if I ever got out of that mess, I would help others do the same. Well, my prayers were answered when my mom and dad learned of how bad things were for me. They gave me the money I needed to bring all my payments current. Now, I know not everyone, including you, may not be lucky enough to have a parent or a friend who can bail them out. But here's what I promise. You have real options, and we're going to talk about them right now. So just to finish, it's hard to believe that 20 years have passed since those dark days. It's hard to believe that how much life can absolutely change for the better. Since then, I've become an expert on the foreclosure process, and I've helped thousands of distressed Maryland homeowners to find that glimmer of light at the end of the dark tunnel. And over those past 10 years, I kept my promise. I've charged them nothing for my services. So I got a question for you. Chances are you're watching right now because, like me, you've experienced some financial hardship that has crippled your finances. Maybe you've fallen several months or even several years behind on your mortgage. Based on my story, wouldn't you agree that I understand? how you feel? And if you believe that I'll charge you nothing, wouldn't it be foolish not to allow my team of experts to help you? So let me just give you some foreclosure facts right now. First and foremost, I want you to know that you're not alone. Since 2007, a staggering 8 to 9 million homeowners have defaulted or are in danger of defaulting on their mortgages. In Maryland, the problem's not getting any better, it's actually getting worse. Foreclosure filings are still 700 times what they were in pre-2007 before the mortgage meltdown. And in 2014, Maryland was ranked number one in the country for foreclosure filings. Well, I know that these facts do nothing to solve your problems. The fact is, though, you've probably done nothing to create your problems. Here's the scary part. Many Americans are hurting right now as a result of nothing they've personally done. So maybe a loan modification may help you. Well, what I want to do is I want to teach you how to quickly detect the scam artists who are out there to grab your money. You can download my free book right now, and you'll easily avoid these thieves. You should trust only the programs that are administered by the state of Maryland or the U.S. federal government. These programs literally cost you nothing. You can try the Maryland HOPE program or the federal HAFA or HAMP program. And all the details on these programs can be found in my free book, which I'll talk more about at the end of this video. But let me give you some facts on loan modifications. 8 out of 10 of all distressed homeowners who try to qualify for a loan modification don't meet the strict loan mod qualifications. So they're not approved, 8 out of 10. 46% of all loan mods end up in foreclosure less than 2 years later. And in the federal HAMP program, 1 in 4, 25% of the loans redefault in less than 3 years. So something's clearly not working here, and there's got to be a better way. But I want to tell you why you have to avoid foreclosure. It's demoralizing. It robs you of so much more than your house. And it can even prevent you from getting a job. Simply abandoning your home will result in a foreclosure. It won't solve anything. So listen, if you've already vacated the home and you think you're in the clear, you're not. And I would ask that you speak with us immediately because we can help you. The foreclosure is going to haunt you for 7 to 10 years after the event. It may even trigger a massive tax bill because, believe it or not, the IRS sees the unpaid debt as income to you. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Here's the crazy part though. Foreclosure is preventable in most cases if you take action sooner rather than later. So, if the loan mods fail and you don't want to go through foreclosure, I'm here to tell you there is still one far better option than foreclosure. It's a short sale, folks. This could be your very best option for avoiding foreclosure. And just like the loan modification, it costs you nothing if you choose the right company. So, here's the short sale process sort of simplified. Here's a typical example of many of our customers. Let's suppose you owe $280,000 on your first mortgage, and on your second mortgage you owe $20,000 for a grand total of $300,000 owed on the house. Well, maybe you've tried all the loan modification options and you decided that a short sale is far better than a 7 to 10 year long foreclosure nightmare. The next part should not be hard if you act quickly and if you pick a team of qualified short sale experts to help you. And here's how it works. Step 1. You assemble the paperwork. We're going to help you do this, and we're going to help you put together a hardship letter for the bank. Step 2. We find a pre-approved buyer in our massive network of buyers to make an offer on your house. Step 3. We collect all the paperwork and submit it to your lenders. Step 4. The bank orders a BPO. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of a BPO. It means broker's priced opinion, but you can find all the details on our website. Step 5. The bank counters or accepts the buyer's offer. Step 6. Our specialists negotiate with the bank and the buyer to get the offer accepted. And by the way, you are in total control of this entire process. If you come to us one day and say, hey, Craig, this isn't for me, I'm just going to go through with the foreclosure, that's fine. You can, and you'll owe us nothing. If you want to know 24 hours a day where your particular package is in the process, no problem. We're going to give you a username and password to our portal where you'll be able to log in and find out where your short sale is exactly in the process, and you'll know that 24 hours a day. So let's go back to our typical example where you owe $280 on the first mortgage and $20 on the second. Well, let's suppose the bank approves $175,000 for the purchase price. So that would be $300,000 that was originally owed minus the $175,000 for the new purchase price. Well, there's going to be a deficiency there of $125,000. Now, the bank, in most cases, can come after you for that $125,000. But with us, with the experts, no. We get that waived for you. You don't sign the agreement until the bank agrees to waive the deficiency. So in step 7, settlement is scheduled, the house is sold, and the best part, you pay us nothing, ever. Not before, not during, not after. See, we've actually figured out a way to get the banks to pay us. How's that at fighting them at their own game? So, again, you pay us nothing, ever. Well, it sounds pretty simple, right? Wrong. If you try to go this alone or with an inexperienced realtor, we guarantee that you'll fail. Because short sales are like running through a never-ending maze. Every short sale is different. If you miss one single document or signature, you'll be forced to start all over again and you'll go to the back of the line. Our specialists spend an average of 7 to 10 hours per week on hold and playing phone tag with these caseworkers inside of the banks. Ask yourself if you have that kind of time, or if you even knew the phone number inside. The banks don't advertise those numbers. We've become experts at influencing and negotiating the most critical parts, including the BPO, which I mentioned earlier, of the short sale process. And most of all, we spent thousands of dollars finding and pre-qualifying buyers who are ready to buy right now, but who are also willing to wait for the short sale to be approved. Now, this is where most average real estate agents fail. Most realtors never get a contract on the house. You may even have a short sale right now where you've been waiting for a contract. Or most average realtors bring buyers to the table who don't understand that the short sales require a lot of patience. And as a result, many of these buyers walk before the short sale is even approved. Don't trust just any realtor to this process. You have to go with an expert. All we do is short sales. For sitting through my video, I have a free gift for you, and here it is right now. I've written an amazing 12-page book that's jammed with all the information you'll need, all the phone numbers, websites that you'll need to prevent foreclosure. And it's 100% free. You can have it right now. This book is actually valued at $49. But, again, you can have it for free, and all you have to do is enter your name, phone number, and email address, and you'll immediately receive the book via download. Now listen. We promise not to call you a million times or spam your inbox with endless emails, so you can feel safe. We won't sell your information ever. All you have to do is enter your name, phone number, and email address. Don't wait. You agreed to take action, so now is the time. Just enter your information and grab your free gift right now. Everything you need, including how to contact me directly, is in the book. We can help you prevent this foreclosure, but you have to take action right now. You have to take the first step. So go ahead, put your information in, get your book, contact us if you need us. We're here to help.
For grace, so beautiful.